One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Great to have you along. UB Stadium in Buffalo, home to the Buffalo Bulls. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Buffalo Bulls. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Be looking. The Bulls will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Pitt Panthers offense will have the opening possession of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The run from the shotgun. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Pitt right back to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Power football with the run. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Leaves it with the back. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Fires to the tight end. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Shoots it to the left. With the catch, it's Sullivan. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside picturesque UB Stadium.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Under fire! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Vasco. Gets it out quickly. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Morrow. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a first down.
Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, it's a reverse. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And the Bulls will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Snow. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Turning it on! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sullivan. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the 1st. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's Reed. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Richards. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Vasco. Flips it out on the screen. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. And they got to the line expeditiously. Spiked it and stopped the clock. So now it's second and long.
On the play. Second down coming up.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Caught over the middle. It's Morrow. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.